This is my guy, Ada Black. And welcome back. Yes, welcome back. Today, Ada Black Experience, right here, the PW Hustle Zone. I know it's been over 2 months I made the last Ada Black Experience, but hey, I wanted to come on here today and give you my thoughts about all that's happened in the world of wrestling this past weekend, the last 4 days of wrestling. And I want to give you guys the good, the bad, and the RAWful. Yes, Raw, for the most part, it was a good show, but book decisions got in the way. Decisions on next challengers got in the way. The decision on a certain entity superstar losing in their debut match got in the way, and a cash in that was good for a little bit, but in the game, at the end of the day, doesn't really mean anything. But I want to give you guys what happened before all that. Just give me my quick thoughts on Slammiversary. Slammiversary was a decent show. I would say that last year's show was a little bit better. Um, the only two surprises that I really were got me hype. That was the women's the knockout championship match between Deanna Cross and Missy opponent, who ended up being Thunder Rosa. Yes, Thunder Rosa came in. Excuse me. She came in, accepted the challenge of Deanna Cross, and it was a great match. I didn't even care that Thunder Rosa got to lose. I mean, because again, she's not signed in Pro Wrestling, much like she's not signed in AEW. She signed in NWA, and she came in and gave Deanna Cross a good fight. And speaking of NWA, the producer the all woman show that got happening later this summer comes out, and being Miss Hardcore Concert herself, Mickey James. She accepted she sent an invitation out to Deanna Prazo, and Deanna Prazo was talking smash, saying like everybody wants someone to see me, and also she mentioned the trash can trash bag gate. That's when Mickey James puts kick her in the face. Then of course the biggest surprise of them all at the end of the night, after the King Mania defeated Sam Kine for the Empire World Championship, you saw the Bullet Club logo. You think to yourself, who's gonna come out? It could be Tonga Tonga, it could be Evil, it could be Dick Togo, but no, it's King Swiss. Swiss Blade Jay White comes out, never over championship at all. Captain Jack Sparrow looking like with a bearded, with a goatee, and you looking at the AEW World Championship with a war on stage, on top of a stage, and then he goes in the ring, stares down King Omega. Gallows and didn't want to be part of the bandwagon like they always do when it comes to political leaders. They're trying to do the too sweet, but Jay White says no, and you see someone winning in. But as soon as you saw someone win in, they cut the feet out because Impact got Impact. But thanks to people that were there, they posted a video on social media. Finn Juice comes out, attacking Gallows and that's when Jay White his David Finn with the blade winner set up their match at Resurgence for the NWA Championship on August 14th. That was the Slammiversary. Now let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to Money in the Bank last Sunday night. Quite possibly one of the best shows of the year, behind Double or Nothing or in front of Double or Nothing. Take your pick, because both of those shows were great, but it's still plenty of time in 2021 to get to, so who knows? Those might change, and it might be more shows that were way better than Money in the Bank and Double or Nothing. But let's get into my thoughts on the Money in the Bank real quick. Got Mysterio's losing to the Usos, and the Usos become the 7-time tag team champions. And of course, I know people gotta say that they shouldn't happen. They shouldn't be tag team champions because of Jimmy Uso. She should have been punished, should have been winning off TV. I get it, but you do realize whose family he's part of, which dynasty he's part of. He's part of the Samoa dynasty, one of the most royal families in wrestling. Same alongside the the Flair family, alongside the Rose family. They gotta like grant them as much opportunity as they want when it comes to the Samoan dynasty. When it comes to people that are part of that family, they gotta bring in people that are part of that family. Even when they can't wrestle and they can wrestle, if they get in trouble, they bounce back and just give them more opportunities. So it's no different here. But we get to the main show, Nikki A.S.H or A.S.H, almost a superhero, is the Miss Money in the Bank. But she only held that briefcase for 24 hours because she is the new Raw Women's Champion after being Charlotte Flair, who became the Raw Women's Champion after being Rhea Ripley as Money in the Bank. And the Charlotte Ripley match was a great match. I mean, the fans didn't like it because they wanted to see Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair gave him the bird. It's like, fuck you. I don't fucking care you want Becky. This is my match. And see, they pretty much set them up at having a pretty damn good match. But Charlotte Flair comes out and just making fun of Rhea Ripley, talking about how she's the every time WWE champion. And later on the night, they had a women's championship match in the DQ. That's how Nikki Cross comes in and attack and cashes on Charlotte Flair, who got attacked by Rhea Ripley. So Nikki A.S.H, A.S.H is your new Raw Women's Champion. And yeah, I didn't want her to win in the first place, but whatever. I'm glad it's not Charlotte Flair that's champion for a long time, but she might have that championship back by the time SummerSlam comes around. But you have the men's Money in the Bank match end up being quite possibly the best match of the night. Big E is your new new Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank. The first black wrestler to do so, the first black wrestler to win the Money in the Bank match, whether it be from the men's or women's. It was a great match. It was loud. Everybody had their shine. Everybody did their part in the match. You have Ricochet doing the dives. Matt Riddle and Nakamura having like a MMA mixed martial arts face off in the middle of the ring. I mean, it just makes you want to see that one-on-one match between those guys. Seth Rollins, we all know that he was gonna win this match. I know a lot of people want him to win, but every time you have to grab a briefcase before like day before pay per view, you know you're gonna lose. Everybody that has lost. You don't believe me? Look it up. But I digress. Yeah, Kevin Owens just stunned everybody, giving Nakamura the power bomb, and I thought he was gonna win, but Seth Rollins comes in and stops him. Biggie comes in, giving him the big ending off the ladder, and that's how he gets the briefcase. And it's only academic that Big E gonna be the world champion, whether I be the WWE champion or the Universal champion. I don't see him casting out on the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, because he's tribal chief. He's the head of the table. Have you acknowledged the tribal chief today? Have you? I mean, I have. H.R. Brown has. Have you? But moving on from WWE Universal champion to WWE champion, Bobby Lashley comes in to destroy and just completely murders Kofi Kingston for the WWE championship. And yeah, nobody was talking about how this was the first time that the two black wrestlers fight for the WWE championship, because it was gonna be a squash match. The Bobby Lashley needed to squash this guy. That'd be a popular opinion or unpopular opinion, because I know there were a lot of people that wanted to see Kofi Kingston win the WWE championship again. They wanted to see the match that happen again, Kofi Mania 2, but we all know the deal. Bobby Lashley was not losing the championship because he needs to face his biggest opponent yet at SummerSlam, and it's gonna be Goldberg. Really? I mean, why they can't? This is nobody want to see Goldberg. I mean, I'm not as angry, I'm not as pissed off as A.H. Brown is. You want to see his reaction? You can go to the PBS official PBS YouTube channel to see his reaction. He's pissed. I'm not as pissed, but I am upset that this match is happening instead of the match we all want to see from the start. As soon as Bobby Lashley came back, we want to see Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Didn't matter for the championship or not. We want to see that match. But now it's not happening because rumor has it Brock Lesnar didn't want to come back because he didn't want to lose to Bobby Lashley. Who fucking cares? Bobby Lashley got to come back. But Brock Lesnar got to come back regardless because he wants the money. It's all about money with Brock Lesnar. So whether he wins or loses, it doesn't matter. Brock Lesnar looking like freaking Brock Hammerstone over here. Look like Alexander Hammerstone with a fucking hairstyle and a beard. You don't look. I mean, look up the resemblance is there. But I digress. Bobby Lashley, Bobby Lesnar. This match need to happen sooner or later. I don't know when that gonna be, but nobody want to see Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam. Unless Bobby Lashley just comes in and just one through Goldberg, I'll be happy about that. But I want to see Goldberg with the WWE Championship. Nobody does. But anyway, moving on to the WWE Universal Championship match between A.S.H and Roman Reigns. Now this was a pretty damn good match. Great main event. One point, A.S.H duck out of the way when Roman Reigns could do a spear through the barricade. He runs through the barricade, and that's where A.S.H stopped the count and gives Roman Reigns a spear through the second half of the barricade. And whatever he got knocked down because his knee buckled, that's when A.S.H used the part of the steel chair, the same move he'd been doing to the Usos and Roman Reigns for past 3 weeks. And Usos gonna get involved, but the Mysterios got to stop them. And then all of a sudden you see someone come out of nowhere, Super King hit A.S.H at the back of the head, and that would pretty much it for him. Someone got still trying to get involved after A.S.H hit the spear on Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns hit the spear on A.S.H, and still the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. And then after the match, you have Roman Reigns grab the microphone saying that the whole world can acknowledge him. And then you hear the trumpets. Burr, 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 burr. Yes, John Cena is back in WWE. Even though you couldn't see him, or you didn't get to see it, John Cena is back, returning Money in the Bank. He pretty clear he wants to face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. But just like he said on Money in the Wall, it's not about him facing Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. It's not about winning his 17th championship. It's not about him being back in front of the WWE fans. He came back because Roman Reigns is an asshole. But that is not true. It's not true. You do not disrespect your tribal chief like that, John Cena. You disrespect your tribal chief, you'll get your ass kicked. That's gonna happen at SummerSlam. You're gonna get your ass kicked with tribal chief face against you at SummerSlam. It's academic. Do you not call the tribal chief Roman Reigns an asshole? But I digress. But before I go, I want to talk to you guys about something that really irked me. Killer Kross, they made a debut last night, going up against Jeff Hardy, and he didn't have Scarlet Bordeaux, he didn't have the frog, he didn't have the black and white gimmick. His interest was not as generic as his interest when he was on main event fighting Son Benjamin, but it was just still generic as fuck. And then you have Jeff Hardy comes back with no more words. And the deal he signed with WWE saying if when the fans come back, he wants to have no more words back. And it was, to be honest with you, it was great to have that hear that theme song again. It was childhood right here. It was great hearing that theme song again. But the match sucked. The match didn't last that long either. It was like about almost 2 minutes. And you would think that in a 2-minute match, Killer Kross would got squash Jeff Hardy because they've been burying Jeff Hardy for a long time, right? Right? No. Jeff Hardy comes in and beats Killer Kross with a wall up, with a foot on the ropes. And that's his first official loss in WWE. Not just in NXT, but WWE. He's undefeated in NXT. He's the NXT champion. And you have him lose on his debut match? Why? I get it. People don't understand the gimmick of Killer Kross, but if you don't understand his gimmick, there's a lot of stuff in from Impact and lose on the ground. He's basically a psychotic sociopath. That's his gimmick. And the fact that you have him lose against Jeff Hardy, don't get me wrong, I love Jeff Hardy. Everybody loves Jeff Hardy. He's a legend. He's a future Hall of Famer. But him coming out and just welling up Killer Kross using the ropes, I know everybody says, oh, a win's a win, but it's a loss is a loss. And this is a loss for Killer Kross. I'm not saying he's buried. I'm not saying I'm not saying he's buried. But it's going to be hell for him on the main roster. That's all I got to say right now. If this is going to be the route he goes, they got to take him on the main roster. With good fucking luck with him. Good luck with all the Killer Kross fans out there. All the diehard Killer Kross fans out there. He gotta get buried. He gotta lose to people for roll ups and he's not gonna get the push that people want to see. He's not gonna be WWE champion. He's not gonna main event WrestleMania as like he just said on NXT. It's not gonna happen if this happens. If it keeps on happening, then all you diehard Kross fans, you better count the days. I'm pretty sure this guy will be so pissed off to the point that he wants out, and that happens to everybody that signed to WWE. But I digress. What you thought about? What do you think? What are your thoughts on what's been happening last 4 days of wrestling? What do you thought about Summerversary? What do you thought about uh Money in the Bank? What do you think about Raw SmackDown with the crowds being back? Because I think WWE did a pretty damn good job with the fans being back for the first time in over almost 500 days. But let me know what you think about the last 4 days of wrestling down below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, tell the bell on YouTube about them. It's any of my videos. I know it's been a while, but hey, A.S.H Black is back. Until next time, I'm Michael Davis, A.S.H Black. I'm out.